Alright, so it's been a few days since I've filmed anything just because I've been doing so much sanding, and I really don't think you guys understand how much sanding there is to do. Like, my roof is totally fucked. Like, the hood vent is taking so much work. Everything is taking so much longer than I thought. And I'm supposed to be painting in a few days. And I had some stuff going on, like something happened with my eye. So I took a few days off doing, like, recovering from that. But what I have been doing is just sanding my little heart out. I've been sanding this, the whole entire body line along with the way, the hood vent, the roof. There's just so much stuff to do. And I'm still not done. But it is completely raining right now, so I'm not gonna be outside. What I'm gonna do until the rain kind of settles down, hopefully, is I'm gonna try and fill any of these little holes right there. There's one underneath that piece of tape. There's another one somewhere. And all the imperfections, like on the back side and stuff, we can fill them, wait for them to dry, sand them outside, just because don't want to get it completely messy in here. Also, what I think I'm gonna do is get the roof spoiler kind of ready. Like, I gotta peel off all of like the little sticky backing stuff. And if there's any chips, I'll probably just fill them as well. It looks like it's in decent condition, but I'd hate to get it painted and then realize there's some problems. Also, one thing, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you go down and hit subscribe. It really helps. It makes me want to do this a lot more. Hit the like button and also leave a comment. I read every single one of them. But anyways, I'm gonna be painting my car sometime in the next couple days. That'll be in next video, hopefully. It's just, things are moving super slow, and I still haven't got like all the paint stuff. Like, I have like just the base color, but I still need to go get clear coat, like primer, all the additives. I have most of the tape. I have most of the stuff that I need. I just don't have the super essential stuff just because I haven't really gotten around to it. But we do need to get that going. Like, we are so close. And I know I keep telling you guys, like, we are really close, but like this time we are like this close. It's gonna be so awesome. Like, I know for sure you guys are gonna love the color. I'm trying to keep it a secret. I did a poll a while back and you guys chose blue. Like, there was a whole bunch of colors. Pink almost won. It was like blue, pink, red, or blue, red, pink. I personally wanted pink just because it would be super cool, but it would be cool for like the first little bit, then I feel like I would get really bored of it. But the color of blue that I chose is super nice, and like, I'm super excited to see how it turns out. Okay, so I've basically been doing all the final touches on the rear bumper. I got that nice curve, I guess you would call that. I don't even know, like a nice angle. And then I gotta sand that part down, and I got this whole upper portion looking good. This side too, I'm just gonna sand down the corners. Like, it looks a little messed up here because I was trying to grind away all the excess resin. And then a little bit of sanding there. And then this is basically done. And then I've been getting my girlfriend Cass just to do some sanding. And she's actually doing a pretty good job. Like, it's really smooth. It's like, that looks good. It's almost fully molded. And then just still got to do all of that, all of that, all of that. But basically there, still a few chips that need to be sanded there and there. So I know it sounds like a lot, but we are getting there. Like, it sucks. There's so much to do, but it's just because I decided to cheap out on like the full body kit. And then the car that I started out with was not in good condition body wise. So it's just all stuff that you'll learn once you kind of do this. Like, hopefully you learn from my mistakes. Start with something a little bit cleaner, just so you don't have to do all of this just to be able to paint your car, which sucks, but it's good to learn. So it just completely started raining, so we pushed the car inside and we got inside the booth. Super excited. This is the first time it's gonna be in here. That means that we're getting really close. We just have all of the fans going right there and right there. Just gonna let the dust circulate out. But we're gonna do most of the sanding in here, if not all of it. Then we'll pull it out, wash it, clean off the floor. Then we have a nice fresh surface to start on. Basically, all of the bodywork is done. Just guide coating the fender, already got that side done. And then Harinder put some like putty on top just to kind of fill any holes. It's got it on the door, the roof, on the back hatch. I still need to guide coat these, and I need to do the duckbill and the roof spoiler. So this is like the first round of bodywork. Once we get primer on it, we're gonna guide coat the whole thing and go over everything just to make sure we get all of it, because it would suck to miss something in this stage, get all of the paint on, get it to its final product, and then you realize that there's a big fuck up in it. It's like, that's not ideal, that's not what we want. Me and Herinder went to Lordco today, got any few miscellaneous stuff that we might have missed. We should have absolutely everything that we are gonna need. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna get this guide coated, and then I'm gonna guide coat those last 2 fenders in the back. We don't really need to worry about any of this stuff, or like the back, because the wing's gonna go there, the over fenders are there. And like I said, once we get the primer on, we can do the whole thing over again, which will be super nice.
I'm excited to see your car in one color because
it's never really been one color.
Yeah, it was purple for like 2 days, and then
didn't turn out.
The purple went away because Brad didn't know how to pour gas. It'll be nice. It'll be nice to like, because we're not gonna have that sun anymore, and then the Genesis is one color now.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice to like walk in here and not feel like we're in a fucking swamp anymore.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna walk in and be like, oh, nice cars.
Yeah.
Not what the fuck is half these, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
It just gets nicer every time you walk in.
Exactly. This is done. This is what I'm happy with. You can see some oh, it's a little dusty, but there's some scratches there, but it's so minuscule, it doesn't matter. Don't really need to worry about this area because you're never gonna see it, you're never gonna get it perfect. So if you guys don't know what guide coat is, it's basically, the easiest way to explain it is almost a black spray paint that you spray over everything, and then you sand it, and then as you're sanding, you're gonna get rid of some of the black paint, but all of the low scratches or just the low points on the like surface, it won't like scratch it. So the parts that are high, you're just gonna sand off, and then the parts that are low, they're gonna stay there so you know exactly where to hit until it's all smooth and all the paint's gone. So like, it's super handy. I've never used it before, but I'm really glad that I learned how to use it. It's not hard, but I never even knew about it. So like, I'm glad that I know about it now. That's just another tool for the toolbox. But I'll just give you guys a quick demonstration. So this is the stuff that I'm using. It's Proform Dry Powder Guide Coat. Just spray it on. And then what you do is you grab this. I'm using like a super low grit, like 320, and then a soft block, and then you can do this immediately after, but then you just start going like this. And see, I'm sanding it away. And it shows like all the parts that I've already sanded off are the high parts, and all of the low parts are the scratches. I kind of left the camera down for too long. Me and Herinder were just going so hard with sanding. We had the music cranked, but I've got this fully guide coated, that fully guide coated. The roof is basically done. We're getting really close. This is done, just a little bit more guide coating. That door, the other door. This bumper is done. Cass did it, and she's also doing this front bumper. Okay, so now it's the next day. We got everything basically 100%, like everything. Everything you see here sitting and a few pieces over there, those are done. We're gonna take them outside, get them clean. Once I finish this, so we're gonna get this thing sanded down, we're gonna pull it outside. I decided I'm not gonna wash it because Herinder says that if all the filler gets water in it, that's not ideal. So we're gonna clean the whole thing down. So there's the remnants of the last dip job that we did. We gotta make sure we gun wash that really nice. We're probably gonna take all of this butyl tape off that you can see right there. That's just all gross old stuff. Look at that, that's just gross. Got the battery charging because still will not hold the charge, so I definitely need to get a new battery sometime in the future. Also, for all you guys asking, I will not be putting the same taillights back in. I'm not going kooky, but I got something better. So I'm not gonna show too much, but right here are some taillights, and I'm gonna do something completely custom DIY to them. So I think they're gonna look really good. Definitely look a lot better than the ones I had on there. And doing it at the fraction of the price like that I'd be paying for kookies, because that is just outrageously expensive. But what I'm gonna be doing, I think is gonna turn out really well and suit the car really nicely. We're finally done sanding. It is a lot later in the day than we thought it was. It's gotta be at least 9:30, and we started at like 12 because we were up till like, we got home at like 3 a.m. last night. So we had a bit of a sleep in. Definitely thought we were gonna get further, but the hood vent was causing us so many problems. We had to take off a lot of the Bondo, we were chipping it up and then had to restart, so that really set us back. You guys gotta understand, I am so happy to be done. Like, this is such a good feeling. Okay, we just got this thing outside and boy is it ever dusty. Like, look at this. As soon as like, you guys, oh my God, you guys should see the interior. It's just ruined. Okay, so now that this thing is completely sanded, our #1 priority is getting it completely dust free. And we got to use this special cleaner stuff that I got. It's like a degreaser type thing. You just put it on a rag and then you just wipe it on the car. Should get 99% of stuff. And then when we go to paint, we'll use like the tack-free rags. Spray the roof.
But it's gonna all go inside.
Doesn't matter. How's it going in here?
It's very dusty,
Very dusty, yeah.
but it's gotten a lot better.
Okay, so now we got the car in here, it's fully cleaned. This is what I'm thinking for the interior trim. I think we should take out like that bottom strip and maybe this stuff. I don't really know. I don't know if I want to mask up to that. I think I'm definitely going to take off that bottom because we're planning on spraying inside there just so it's kind of somewhat color matched. Okay, do you want to close it? Hopefully not too much tearing happens. Oh, I guess that's all right. Emerson did all the mirrors. He did the door handles, did basically all the trim, which is nice because I probably wouldn't be able to do all that. We need to do the window, we need to do the sunroof, and then what I also want to do is like bag the wheels and then mask off the back area. Beautiful. Okay guys, yesterday Emerson came over, he helped me mask the car. It was really good to see him. And yesterday was like one of the only days that I didn't bring my computer to the shop. So the memory card ran full because I forgot to clear it from the last video. So I couldn't film anymore. I never had a spare memory card. But anyways, we got the whole thing masked off. Emerson did a really good job. Shout out Emerson. All I need to do now is the front, the rear wheels, and then I just want to drop more paper down to the ground there just because I really don't want that to get up underneath. Just some other minor stuff I gotta tape, like just gonna tape that down and then gotta do the rear. So I'm probably just gonna mask this. I'm wanting to paint all this just in case one day I ever take the bumper off, maybe a Rocket Bunny, wink wink. This part would be blue. So that's what I'm going for. And also, I'm just gonna paint right over this because this is extremely easy to clean off with gun wash and the duck bill's gonna completely cover it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, like we are finally done. I am super excited. Like now, today we're gonna start spraying some primer. Robbie just helped me cover up all the wheels. We got the rear bumper looking good. It doesn't need to be perfect because if it does get a little bit of overspray underneath, who cares? Got all the wheels done. The front is the same. Okay, so we have half gallon of black, clear coat, primer, reducer. Here's the nice blue.
4 to 1 to 2. 4 to 2 to 1. We'll use 4 to 2 to 1.
Me and her just got suited up, we're ready to paint. Got all the paint mixed, got the gun loaded, got the airline in there. Everything's degreased. Gonna take a few tack rags just to wipe everything else down. But I do believe we're ready to start. Robbie's gonna be on the outside helping just in case we need something, like, I don't know, we need to refill the gun, so he can just bring the bucket over so we don't actually have to leave our little quarantine area. I'm already hot. I've been waiting for this moment ever since I bought the car, and I'm super excited that it's finally happening. I know we did like the dip, but I always knew that was gonna be temporary. It didn't last as long as I liked because I poured gas on it like the next day. But I'm really happy to see this like moving forward. Like, it's a really good feeling. It's a really good feeling knowing all of the bodywork and everything that me and Herinder and Robbie have all put into this. And I'm just super happy.
You ready? Showtime, baby.
Try and come out quick, it's already kind of leaking. Yeah. How many coats did you guys get done? Nice.
Don't be using like chemicals.
So we just finished spraying my car. We had a whole bunch of issues with the paint when I was spraying because either it was like clogging in the gun or the paint was setting too fast. It was just a whole bunch of things. But we finally got the car done. It looks super good. I'm just super excited that it's like finally one color. But we're gonna let that dry overnight. All of this stuff we're just gonna do tomorrow once we pull the car out because we have to let this sit for an hour. And it's already super late and I have work in the morning, so I don't wanna be here all night when I don't need to be. Day 2 of painting. So Herinder just finished spraying all of the body kit parts. And oh wow, it does sit really nicely. So he over reduced the primer and it lays so much nicer. So Herinder said that there's some cracks. You guys can kind of see that.
It's definitely a crack there.
Oh wow. Sprayed a whole nother coat of guide coat on. Now we only need to do it one more time, but we need to wet sand it all by hand, unfortunately, but that's what you gotta do to try and make it look the best that you can. We kind of took a break from this. I helped Robbie get part of his rear bumper and the front bumper painted, but my car is completely ready to go back into the booth. Me and Robbie are just finishing up some wet sanding. Basically, it's just at the point where it needs to be masked and then get ready for the next couple coats of paint, but I'm gonna save that for the next video. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this and I'll see you later.